All right, everybody, you see the title, and we're talking about this. And remember how I told y'all it probably wasn't a cramp with the 200 and everything like that. And I said maybe it is, but it's probably not. And people were saying, yeah, it's a cramp, it's a cramp. This pretty much proves that whatever she is going through is not a cramp. It could have been at best, at best a cramp at that moment, but she's dealing with many other issues throughout the season. And so let's get into this. So this is the title, and this is by Olympics.com. It says Paris 2024 Women's 100 meters. Shericka Jackson will not run, but assures she's still in, quote, pretty good shape. Why they use this picture of her? Like, why did they use that picture, like, within motion? They always do that with the athletes, and I think that's kind of bogus. They be using some of the most jacked up pictures, a weird, awkward shot of an athlete or something like that. But anyway, it says Shericka Jackson, and I'm going to discuss pretty much who's left over. Now, Shericka Jackson has decided to focus only on the 200 meters at Paris 2024 based on her current form. And I think that's pretty smart, to be honest. The double world 200 meter champion is unsure whether she will return to do the 4x100 meter relay. I'm just not about to read that right there. Having helped Jamaica to an Olympic title in the event in Tokyo 2020. Quote, that decision was based on coach and I, end quote, she told Olympics.com at the press meet on Tuesday, July 31st in Paris, on why she's opted out of the sprint double. It's a combination of a lot of stuff, she said. And I made the decision not to contest the 100 meters and focus only on the 200, and I think we're pretty happy with that. I just want to compete at my best, as everyone is here to win, end quote. Now, I will say this. I didn't play the interview or try to find that and everything here because, I mean, I'm getting hit with copyright strikes and stuff on my channel. And I think it's kind of bogus because it is fair use. They're doing it right here at the Olympics. So it's not, some of these aren't even going through, and they're allowing some of the videos to come back, and some of the videos are being deleted, but they're doing it just even on me getting a small snippet. So I'm not going to play that at the current moment right now, but they're just doing it all at once, and that could temporarily take the channel down and everything like that. So I'm just going to avoid that right now. So you guys saw that I was playing fair use with the races, fair use with the commentary and providing extra information. But, you know, NBC and others are really just flying with those copyright claims and actually getting videos taken down. And while they are coming back up, time has passed. And so, yeah. So let's go. Okay, how she runs the 200 meter, which begins with a preliminary round on Sunday, August 4th, could determine if Jamaica star joins the relay team 4 days later on Thursday. So the focus is on the individual event first, and then we speak about the relay after, is what she continued. Right? Now, they're talking about her last race and everything like that. I'm going to skip that. Honestly, I was only supposed to compete in that event, and as coach stated, we only run a few races in Europe, and I think that was the only race all of us were supposed to run, because after that, no persons that go into the Olympics can compete. I'm in pretty good shape, said the 5-time Olympic medalist. Her target remains the 200 meter title over the world record of 21.34 seconds set by Florence Griffith-Joyner, Flojo, in 1988. Given how I have been progressing this season, I don't think my world record is on my mind right now. Okay, now I'd like to say this. Yeah, at this point, I doubt she even wins the 200 meters. This is typically a sign that the person's not there. Remember, Usain Bolt did not do, in his last races, he didn't even do the 200. He just focused on the 1, and then he did the 4x1. We saw how the 4x1 went, and he kind of scraped through for a medal in the 100. At this point, because the 200 is a better event, there's a possibility that she medals, but the way she's been looking the entire season, I find that even hard to believe. But when you're focusing on only one thing, then that could be. But here's the thing that I have an issue with Shericka Jackson right now, And let's put this on the screen. This is Nick, your host. You've been listening to Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes' performances and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. Look, Shericka Jackson, she has an uphill battle because pulling out this late is typically not a good sign. That's the thing. And it's good that she let Shasha Forbes go. Fantastic. Now, here's the thing. With Shasha Forbes going, does that mean Kimber Nelson didn't have to get knocked off? Because that means Forbes was able to represent Team Jamaica, which means Nelson, which finished 5th, would have been 4th. But then she didn't get selected for the 4x1 unless that changed. Because the JAAA has been going back and freaking forth. Very, very disorganized. And while this has been announced at the last second, they had to have submitted this beforehand. So Forbes can run in the 100, but then Kimber Nelson can't do the 4x1. Make that make sense. Now, it is still up to the selection committee. They could pick anyone they want. Really, they could pick a shot putter, to my knowledge. Anybody that wasn't in that top 3, they have the 100% right to be able to do that according to the Olympic committee rules, and then I think their own organization. I know USATF was like, hey, top 3, then we could pick 2 extra. So 5 people total, but we could pick 2 extra, whoever we want. 1 alternate and then 1 extra person. So I still think it was kind of pointless if this was going to happen, and they probably knew this. She probably knew this after that race that occurred. She probably knew this. And so Nelson ran that race, and I think I'm probably going to do a separate video on that anyway. But yeah, Kimber Nelson really should have been, given that spot. Now, getting back to this, who do I believe? Let's look on this list right here. I'm going to bring this up as I am going in the background here. Let's pull it up. All right. So on World Athletics, let's look at this top list real quick. Who does that leave in there? And they updated their website, so that's pretty decent. So basically what we got here, because Sears was probably going to be a good standard later on in this season had she not gotten an injury earlier. But obviously that's old news, so she's not even qualified. So you got Richardson, Julian Alfred, and Jefferson. Those 3 I really think are the biggest contenders to win a gold when it comes down here. And then Clayton, she might be able to do something. I don't think the Nigerian will be able to get a gold. As far as that, she may be able to get a medal. All right. Chukwuma, she's been showing up. And she's been kind of consistently there, especially in CAA and everything like that. But are we going to see her be able to get a medal? I think she has a chance. This opens up a field a little bit more. And like I said, Shericka Jackson probably wasn't looking too good anyway. But this does shake up a field a little bit more. You know why? Because Jackson may have been able to take a spot from somebody else. Because, she still could probably put in a good enough effort to knock somebody else out that otherwise may not wake up until the second round. Because remember what happened to Richardson. Sha'Carri got knocked out of round 1 in 2022. Let's not forget that. And she did pretty decent to make the finals or was it the semis? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Over in 2022 in the 200. So had she just been woken up, because whatever happened to her in that round 1, she wasn't at her best. What if that was enough? Had she not been knocked out of that first round, she makes it to the final. She makes the team. She makes the world championships. Obviously, she may not have won a gold there. I highly doubt it. But had she not been knocked out, many things can take place. Remember, I think I'm going to have to start doing charts and show how matchups affect people's mentality, how it affects the races, how it affects so many different things. Think of it this way. Shelly Ann Fraser-Price. Remember, she kind of shocked and got a jump on Carmelita Jeter. I think Jeter said it herself. Like one of the times Fraser-Price got out on her, it made her flinch. It's like knocking you out. You're used to so many people racing against you, and then you got somebody, boom, they're already like a stride and a half ahead in front of you. And then they got out so quickly. You're just like, wow, what? And it kind of throws you off your race. You and that person may be very similar in speed, but they can get a jump and then knock you out of your race. It's over, right? in most cases. So just missing Shericka Jackson does change some dynamics in the races themselves. Just like if you were missing Shelly Ann Fraser-Price at her best. Now, getting down to Shelly Ann, this is going to be the big question mark here. I think that assuming that she makes the final round, yeah, that's where we're at right now. Assuming she makes the final round, which I think she will. Every time she shows up to a championship, she comes away with a medal. Assuming she's there, she affects the races because she's going to flinch out on somebody or get somebody getting out real fast on somebody. So the people that I think have the biggest chance of gold: Richardson, Alfred, Jefferson, and Clayton. With Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, I don't know. I really don't know. But just because of the legacy that she's done, every time she comes there, she shows up, I'm confident that she gets a medal. Yeah, I'm confident that she can get a medal. But as far as her, winning, I'm a little bit less confident with that because Sha'Carri could still come away and knock out a 10-6 right now. She's already done a 10-7. So, and her coach is very good at preparing his athletes for the finals. Now, the question would be with Sha'Carri, she still has a chance of losing. It's not a shoe-in for Sha'Carri. The reason being, two things. Pressure. The pressure of the Olympics and realizing that this is not the World Championships. Yeah, she had the pressure. If y'all saw the documentary that they were doing on Sprint, that she did cover some of that pressure that was there. So I was accurate in knowing that her and performing under pressure are big things to her. So that's a thing. The pressure does affect her, unlike it may not affect as many other people in the same way, in the same sort of way. So with Sha'Carri, the pressure of the Olympics, will that affect her a little bit negatively? I think so. If she can stay focused and her coach gets her back in the zone, like he did, as you guys saw there in that Sprint documentary, I think that is going to be able to affect that race. If the pressure gets to her, she has a bad start, and I mean like worse than her normal starts. Remember, she almost did not make it last year out of that semifinal. So that's possible. She has one of those, I call them misfires. I'm going to call it a misfire because she has a bad start already. But then she got a really bad start. And that really bad start almost did not make her into the final, which means if she has that misfire and it doesn't make it, she's out. Like, she's out of the gold. As far as a medal, she probably still will get a medal. But as far as the gold, that misfire can happen at any freaking moment. She has misfires throughout the year. So she has not gotten her start down consistently enough to just have her average bad start and a good start for her. Good start for her is probably just average start for other people, or even bad starts, because Tyson Gay, look at him. He had worse starts than Usain Bolt. So with that being said, I say Richardson, Alfred, she been on a bumper. Jefferson, like I said, is the biggest threat as far as domestically to Richardson. I know a lot of people was getting on my case, and I'm like, nah, Jefferson, she can get that. Clayton, and then we got to look at Shelly Ann Fraser-Price because she's consistent. Talu wants a medal. Talu is showing up. Will this be her chance to get out of that bracket? Because the last time she got a medal was back in, was it 2017? So she's like, look, this 7 years later, I need to get something, especially at the Olympics. Let's see what happens. So what do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'll catch you on the next video. But yeah, the videos are kind of getting deleted and taken down, so we're going to be doing something a little bit different. And I got something in the works here. Let me see. So I've been working on some things in the background. I don't know. This is kind of where it's looking at right now. I will see how that goes. And yeah, been working on some charting things there. But after they had taken down some of those videos, I just was like, let me focus on some other things. Get ready for that trading tournament that I got. Been doing a lot of prep for that. But guys, I will catch you on the next video. This has been Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes' performances and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. And don't forget, stay up. See you on the next one.